You see this line? So now, if you have to make this line look smaller or shorter without erasing it, without touching it, without messing with it. How do you make it look shorter? How do you make it look smaller? This is how you do it. Draw another big line next to it to eliminate the impact of the first line or to make it look smaller. This was the exact concept behind creation of the term Hindu terror or saffron terror for that matter. So stay tuned, keep watching. Guys, welcome to the Indus Lens Show. Today's topic is very interesting, a very interesting topic. I'm here just to bring out some facts and points and join the dots. And I leave it up to you to make a decision whether you want to believe in the concept or you can see a bigger conspiracy behind this. Or you see another picture behind the entire scene of Hindu terror. So let me begin with this. Recently, one of the most popular Mumbai police cop, Rakesh Maria. He's a former commissioner of police. He has served in Maharashtra Anti-Terrorist Squad as a joint commissioner of police, and he has served in crime branch of Mumbai. Is a well-known policeman from Mumbai. He had investigated the case of 93 serial bomb blast where they had convicted dozens of people in that case. He has also successfully cracked the case gateway bombing in Mumbai, and also he led the investigation of 26/11 terror attack in Mumbai. So his words really matter. Recently he launched a book, Let Me Say It Now. In his book he says, Lashkar-e-Toiba, LET, a Pakistan terrorist group in association with ISI, Pakistan Intelligence Agency, has planned to project the 26 Mumbai terror attack as a case of Hindu terror. And Pakistani terrorist, the lone terrorist who was caught alive, Mohammad Ajmal Kasab, was to die as Samir Chaudhry from Bangalore. So this was a plan to project this entire attack as a Hindu terror which was organized or trained and executed by RSS. You could also see a photograph of Kasab who was wearing a red thread on his right wrist, which is a Hindu sacred thread. This led many to believe that the theory of the perpetrators were planning to blame 26/11 as a Hindu terror attack. There would have been screaming headlines in newspaper claiming how Hindu terrorist has attacked Mumbai. Over the top TV journalist would have made a beeline for Bangalore to interview his family and neighbors. But alas, it had not worked out the way it was planned, Maria wrote in his book. So this is not the first time any legitimate investigator or a police or intelligence person has came out and said about this. Previously, RSN Singh, former RAW officer, has made this claim, and he explained exactly in details why and how this plan, the attacks were planned and executed. So RSN Singh says the main aim of this 26/11 attacks and it to be posed as Hindu outfit who conducted this attack, who carried out this attack, was to shame RSS and ban RSS. This would have given the political benefit to opposition parties of BJP, because BJP, RSS is the backbone of BJP, or rather vice versa. Without RSS, BJP would have been finished. So it would have given the opposition parties of BJP upper hand for demeaning or maligning BJP's image, and creation of Hindu terror. The term Hindu terror would have given an upper hand for their operators in Pakistan and their agencies to malign and denigrate Hindus all over the world. Because, so here how I believe it starts, and I will give you a sequence of events. So to begin with, in 2007 there was a blast in Samjhauta Express, the twice weekly train between Delhi and Lahore, and there were bombs exploded in, killing several dozens of people in there, and the blame was on organizations like Abhinav Bharat, which was co-founded by Colonel Purohit. Also, Swami Asimanand was arrested in that case, including Sunil Joshi and a couple others. Colonel Purohit, whose organization was named, was not picked up. At the same time, United States report declared Arif Kasmani to be involved in this attack. And consequently, after consulting with the United States declared Arif as an international terrorist. So while Indian agencies or Indian police was talking about involvement of Hindu fringe elements in this attack, United States and United Nations believed there was another angle to it, and based on that, they had declared Arif Kasmani to as an international terrorist during that time. So there are a lot of speculations. Also, when police came up with confessions of Swami Asimanand stating that their men were involved in the blast, when Pragya Singh Thakur was out on a bail, she gives her multiple interviews stating how she was tortured by the police. Being a woman, she was beaten almost to death, and these claims could be checked in the pictures when she was admitted in one of the Mumbai's well-known hospital, because she almost looked like she's not going to survive. She was given third degree to that extent by the police. Hemant Karkare was leading the investigation. Sadhvi Pragya was arrested, stating they had used her motorcycle or the scooty or for the blast. Matter of fact, she says she has sold that 3 years back. So if you remember, around 2007 there was series of blast. 2007 there was series of blast in all over India that was carried out by Indian Mujahideen. Indian Mujahideen is Simi, who changed their name to Indian Mujahideen. Simi is Student Islamic Movement of India, which later on changed their name when they got hired by or adopted by Pakistan and the ISI, and they backed them up and supplied them, trained them. So there were series of attacks all over India carried out by Simi, and just after that there was one attack in Malegaon. It was near Simi's office. Simi's going out of the hand terrorist attack was blaming Pakistan and spoiling their image on the global level. However, bringing this Hindu terror concept diverted all the minds from Simi attack to Hindu terror and Hindu terror attack, although no one is convicted in that case so far. So after this Malegaon blast, Colonel Purohit was also arrested, stating he was the person who executed this attack, this bomb blast. So this was like a prequel to 2611. 2611 was the plan to give the real authentication to the entire theory of saffron terror. Just because of one person, Constable Tukaram Umbale, police was able to capture Ajmal Kassab live, and this is how it was revealed that he was not a Hindu from India but a Muslim from Pakistan. During Samjhauta blast, there were a lot of confusion because there were on the other side there were reports emerged that LET took the Lashkar-e-Toiba took the responsibility of the blast, and when the leaders of Simmi, Safdar Nagori, Kamruddin Nagori and Amil Parvez, they stated about Abdul Razak's involvement in the blast and him informing Safdar about it. So they were narco analysis tests conducted. Let me give you the sequence. Samjhauta Express happens. There were claims of Hindu terrorists involved. Then there were other claims from the other side claiming, and including United States and United Nations declaring on someone else as a terrorist involved in this attack. Also, there were claims. LET claimed that there is a Hindu. LET claimed that they carried out this attack. When the reports of Hindu terror popped up, all of a sudden that gave Pakistan a new vision altogether to blame Hindus and globally. So this was the first thing when mainly this saffron terror concept came out in limelight. After that, during the Malegaon blast case, while Simmi was very active, this case took over, and as per RSN Singh, Colonel Purohit was arrested, although his organization was named a year like in 2007 in Samjhauta blast case, but he was arrested late in 2008 in a Malegaon blast case because as per RSN saying, Colonel Purohit was placed in military intelligence and he knew the plan of 2611. That's the reason he was picked up and framed in charges of Malegaon blast case. So Samjhauta Express happens, Malegaon blast case happens, the authentication to prove the world the Hindu terror exists. RSS is training these people, they are being executing attack. These are fringe elements who are killing innocent. The attack of 2611 took place, and apparently due to one person it was made possible to debunk this propaganda and the plan. So let's talk a little bit about 26/11, the real attack where everything was planned and supposed to be executed. To an extent, they were successful. Out of 10, 9 terrorists died. Only one was caught alive. So 26/11 was supposed to be on the magnitude of an attack and one of its kind till that time of an attack that world has never seen. They took over two major five-star deluxe hotels in Mumbai. They attacked one of the busiest railway station in Mumbai, and so on and so forth. You have to know that that very night, Pakistan's foreign minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi was present in Delhi Press Club. And after that, the then government, the UPA government led by Congress, they had arranged a special flight for him from Delhi to Pakistan that very night of the attack. On the other hand, it took more than 24 hours for the commandos to reach Mumbai. And as per reports, they were denied to arrange the flight coming to Mumbai. It was only when RAW intervened, the flights were arranged and they were able to come here. And given that also, when you talk about press, we know our fantastic journalist who had given out information during the attack, and because of that information, we lost one of our brave commando major Unikrishnan. So these kind of situation raised a lot of question on the authenticity of their claims of saffron terror, because it has been now and again proved, now coming out from a senior cop who led the investigation, a legit cop like Rakesh Maria. It should clear all of the doubts of what had happened and what not had happened, what was the conspiracy behind this, and who had planned this, who has executed, who had provided the support and cover for this. Similarly, you might have seen a lot of politicians, mainly from Congress, had made the comment on the Maharashtra State Congress, and also on the when P. Chidambaram made this statement that RSS is training terrorists in their camp, that gave another lifeline for Pakistan's claim, and these were all over the place. They had made these claims that, look, India's own home minister is making this statement that a Hindu terrorist camp in the country. How you can deny when the home minister himself is making those statements? So now it's we all know who was behind it, whose conspiracy was this, who made this possible, who would have been the beneficiaries of this entire Hindu terror claims if it was proved, then who would have been benefited not only in the country but across the borders as well, and for why, for what was the reason. But still, also one interesting fact about 26/11 is no one knew unless FBI got David Headley, who changed his name, who is a Pakistani origin, a US citizen. FBI caught him in the planning of 26/11 attack, and he was a good friend of Mahesh Bhatt's son. Apparently, when Mahesh Bhatt came to know his involvement, he rushed with his son to Rakesh Maria, claiming that he was just his gym buddy, and Mahesh Bhatt's son didn't know anything about the attack. But it is flabbergasting to see Mahesh Bhatt with Digvijay Singh, a senior Congress leader, in a book launch that claims RSS was behind the 26/11 and 26/11 RSS Ki Sazish. That was the name of the book. So these were the people who claimed that they didn't know about the attack. There are a lot of angles to this story, and when people who are involved in their investigation and everything, they come out and speak about it, you cannot doubt their testimony. So with this, I'll end this video and give a food for thought to think on any issue and claims before you blindly fall for the media reports. Thank you. Namaste.